So we got the year now say Thomas Partey go dey expected to dey fit for the match we go play against Everton for the EPL. And because the result of the MRI scan, it don't come outside, so no be really serious thing we go dey fear for. So now from that till on the 4th of February now, so that kind of 1 week before then, me go don't recover and small, just in the feel pain. Maybe then kick him or maybe fall awkwardly. I don't really know. But the ribs, now ribs they pain him. So anytime soon, that one go. Then he go recover. But that one can't they make us define another defensive midfield, because you don't see as Partey, if you know day now everything is scatter, because who be a replacement now Lokonga, and we see what happened to Lokonga yesterday, and that Lokonga self can get many videos when they come outside Man City, like people they para for him, people don't like the way he take display. He gets, I even watch one video, I think just they walk up and down, even they got self for the field of play, they para for him. You get Shaka, they para for him, everybody they para for him, because the way the guy they play, it don't make sense. You get, so that and also Arsenal they look for a replacement. Even Ateta don't talk and say that they find somebody. So now we can talk about Moses Caicedo, where Arsenal they find. Now Fabrizio Romano don't come and let us know say Arsenal is expected to come back with an improved offer. Saying that the news where they reach him now say Arsenal want to offer a new offer for the guy. Now let's say then this Brighton they get match they don't play I think tomorrow on versus Liverpool for the FA Cup. So Moses Caicedo no turn up for training today. Say the guy no play. So call the year say and then Brighton don't tell and say make you no come to training until February 1. Make you no resume. You get, because the guy don't do emotional plea on Instagram when they beg them, say make they let him go. Say this is like the biggest opportunity for him to join a big club. You get, because he knows say if he no join them now, for the summer, we will get a lot of options. Nobody papers if you know even reason the matter again. So that is why in they beg them. They don't call even the owner Tony Bloom. They beg him. They get say, I beg, let me join these people. So I never know how it will be. They interview De Zerbi, will be Brighton. So that one they talk say they already advised this Caicedo. Say it no go make sense for you to come out midway through the season. It will always cause problems for the club, because number one, how they go take get replacement. Today is like 28. So you where you come out now, even though they go get better money, because Caicedo arguments we say because of me, when they get a record fee, 60 million. Arsenal they giving us 60 million, no add-ons. Like confirm cash, say 36 million, go and spend it. And instead of talking for that emotional statement to people for Instagram, say at least the money go help Brighton to reinvest into the team. Say I beg, make them let them go. Now we can hear say Brighton stance. We say number one, they are looking for a replacement. First of all, some media houses they talk say Brighton want 90 million pounds. If Arsenal give them 90 million pounds, that be their own valuation for the player. I think they go sell. Then at the same time, we can hear say Brighton they look for Amadou Hiadara of RB Leipzig. They look at the guy as a potential replacement for Caicedo. So now we can say they want prepare a bid, like they want send an offer to see whether they go figure it out. Because it is one thing to sell your first 11 player, a very potential talent, 21 years old, the guy good, nobody they argue that one is good. You get, so it is one thing to sell him, then it's another thing to get a replacement. So that is one way Brighton they argue. So I never know how it will be. And we say if Chelsea come be like say don't forget us, Chelsea just the watch. Remember saying that Chelsea first offer 55 million pounds, Arsenal Congo offer 60, as Chelsea offer 55 verbally. Then they reject them. You get, the guy had no turn, no reason. As Arsenal can offer 60 cash, but they can't reject, and then the guy had turn. See what they happen now. Let me join these people. So I never know how this drama go end. Don't forget, we still have 29, we still have 30, we still have 31. We still have like 3 days to get. So I don't know how all this thing will be, because everything if you boil down to the fact that Brighton they find a replacement. But at the same time, Brighton no go want a situation like Trossard, a situation where you have an unhappy player in your ranks. Because see the tricky situation now. Caicedo never leave Brighton. He don't already go put goodbye statements for Instagram, for social media handle. So it go be very awkward at the end of the day if Arsenal no sign him. Like how would the relationship between him and the fans? I don't go be surprised even they play for Brighton, make the fans they boo him. Because if you go in Instagram page and I go see one kind of long epistle where he put there talk about his family, talk about his football career, and how this is the perfect opportunity for him to move and play for a big team, because he may never get that again. Like the guy, like the thing they very emotional if you read them, because so I don't know how the fans will take everything. If at the end of the day, no, it'll be like one whether na Ozaza or Denwingi wait for transfer where the guy waka leave in club, go another club, by himself, saying one joint transfer. At the end of the day, they no sell him, he can't come back. It was very, very disgraceful and awkward. So I don't know how this one self will be. Whether na Agbonla or Abina Ozaze, I don't even know who do that himself. But I know say something like that happen. So we just watch as everything go. Now, away from this Casaido brouhaha. So Arsenal don't appeal the charge, the disorderly conduct charge where the FA give them against Oxford. When they talk say we gather the referee, they appeal for penalty. So the talk say Arsenal go pay £40,000 for that charge. So Arsenal don't appeal and say it is unreasonable and it is unfair. I will call it say Arsenal even tender evidence. Maybe now only 2 or 3 players really gather the referee, or maybe we know 2 gather them. So I don't know what the evidence be because it was not said in the reports. So more just to watch how because they wait for the FA now to respond because the FA don't, and the team is say why Arsenal not appeal in the beginning because the FA mentioned the charge, give us time to appeal. Arsenal no appeal. They can't give Arsenal the punishment. Now Arsenal call the appeal after the punishment. So I don't gonna know how that one don't be now. So let's keep watching. We'll see how everything will be. Whatever the FA talk, I will still come here. Let you know. Now, Tim Sherwood will be one of the pundits for TalkSport. But back on come they analyze this Casado. The kind of talk say why on earth where Brighton go to talk say that wants 90 million, 100 million. Say this guy know what the money that they call for him. He's a midfield player. We know they even the score goal. Just because he tackles the ball and he scores 1 goal in a blue moon. So you go talk to me, they pay 70 million for him, they pay 60 million. Like what are these? What did they stop with all these people? So Tim Sherwood, they talk say Arsenal they overspend for the player. But the fact is you are not paying for him right now. You're paying for what he could become in the future because he's 21. I've seen him play. You get when they knock Liverpool, when they 3-0 for league. I watched the match. You get I saw what he did. The break-up play. The guy is good, energetic, strong. You get and for the fact that he's 21, he never reached in peak. What do you think he will become in the next 5 years? You get these are the kind of players Arsenal need to strengthen our spine. So that if Partey no do, we'll throw him inside. We're gonna say we don't get Partey raised to power 2. So I'm very, very happy. Partey is on the decline. Partey is 29-30. You get now the grace of God say for the fact that Partey never even gets injury. Plenty this season. That's why we could go on a lengthy period on a run. Imagine say Partey they do inconsistent injury like before. What's all for they do? We would expect all this Lokonga, expect El Neni. El Neni now as they talk like this now, and then they injured. That's why we really need to sign. Once you don't get one confirmed defensive midfielder, either this one or that guy waiting for Everton self. Like we need somebody. Once you sign that person, we are good to go. You get. And remember, say Europa League will still come with the round of 16 already. We are looking at that competition like something we can win. You get because now we are no longer in cups. We are just playing the EPL and Europa League. So we need a decent first and second 11. That's what we really need right now. So, the football lovers, the biggest news of the night is the fact say Thomas Partey is expected to be fit against Everton. He gets that ribs injury, the significance to stop him from playing. You get so I just want to see how Arteta will manage him. But what's come to us, Kivior will deputize for that place because don't forget, Kivior played defensive midfield for Spurs last season 20 good times. So he can deputize for Partey if worse come to worst. The reason we cannot play him against Man City now because it's coming to a new league. You never really do plenty training with the boys. If you never understand the process, the thought process of the manager, the philosophy of Arteta, that is why they're not really playing. But from now to when we go play Everton, you're going to get like maybe 5 days to do training. You get so playing against Everton will be a very soft landing for him to come in and deputize. But the second half, maybe we don't lead that kind of 4-0, they'll just throw me. May not be like say, just enter, can't display 1 or 2. So my dear football lovers, this is the evening news. So till I come your way tomorrow, like usual, I get out. Thanks for tuning in.